Welcome to the Catholic Life Coach Podcast. My name is Karla. I'm a certified life coach, wife, and mom of two beautiful little girls and a handsome little boy. My hope for this podcast is to support and empower other Catholic women to live their most authentic life, to share life coaching tools from a Catholic perspective in order to help you live a more fulfilling and aligned life filled with peace, joy, and abundance. Let's get started. Hello, my loves, and welcome to this week's episode. I am thrilled to be here with you and so excited to share today's episode. As you may already know, our family is on a pilgrimage for about 3 months as of now. We will see where God leads us as we step into this dream that we have had in our hearts for a long, long time. But this week, I wanted to come in here to share something very special and a story, because we tend to waste so much time, or I think we do. I do sometimes, thinking about how things are not working. It's like, oh my goodness, this is not what I planned. What in the world? Things are going wrong. I want to take you back a couple of episodes ago where I shared the things were not going the way we expected. Originally, my parents were supposed to come with us for a 2-week vacation, and then they were going to leave us in Paris so that we can start our long-term pilgrimage as a family. And they were going to go home. But things came up and they were not able to travel with us for those 2 weeks. And I was devastated in that episode, trusting but devastated. And I remember feeling like, okay, Lord, I know that there is a reason why my mom and dad are not coming with us to this trip, but I am so scared. Like, I felt so not ready to step into this vacation and then living in Europe for a few months all by ourselves for the first time ever. We have traveled with our children a lot, the two of us, but this was the very first trip outside of the country with Gio. And we were so scared and felt so unqualified for this mission. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a bad idea. But I couldn't turn back. Like, we had already committed to do this pilgrimage. And honestly, I felt like, okay, I know that I can trust you. If they need to stay, then they need to stay. And if we need to go by ourselves, then so be it. And I just pray that you protect us. So moving forward, we get ready to go. We left my parents at the airport. It was really hard to leave them behind, especially when we had planned everything to do everything together for those first 2 weeks. So we had to rearrange our whole vacation. So last minute, it was like a week before we had to leave. I had to get new Airbnbs. Thanks be to God, things were refundable and we were able to change things. But we got new Airbnbs and decided to stay in Assisi longer. We love Assisi. If there's anything that you have probably picked up from these episodes, is that I love Italy, and Assisi is a dream to us. It is beautiful. It has amazing views. And of course, you have St. Francis of Assisi, you have St. Clare of Assisi, you have Carlo in Assisi as well. And then you also have San Rufino, just so many saints and holy people that live there, that lived there, and are such an example of our faith. And we love Assisi. Plus, it has amazing food and it has amazing coffee, which I'm very grateful for. So we ended up changing our plans and decided to stay in Assisi. And God provided this beautiful 2-bedroom apartment in the middle of Assisi. Beautiful view, beautiful window. And I was like, okay, we're just going to do that and stay there and just enjoy it, because breakfast was included, and we just decided to do that instead since it was a vacation. So we get to this Airbnb in Assisi. I'm totally fast forwarding this, but we get to Assisi and this apartment is stunning, beautifully decorated, and it has this arch window that if you want to see, follow me on Instagram and I will post a picture, I promise. It was beautiful. But when we got there, we did not want to leave. Like, we visited Carlo Acutis and I prayed. I was just like, Carlo, please, like, intercede for us, because I really want to be able to come back. At the time, we only had planned to stay here in France for about a month and a half and then going home. But I was very open to shifting things, and so was my husband. And so we were like, okay, God, like, lead our way. And the day before we had to leave Assisi, a thought pops in my head. of course, the Holy Spirit leading me to take action and ask the host if she has any other apartments open that might be open to rent for a month in May. And of course she did. So we meet with the owner. She takes us to the apartment, shows us the apartment, and we instantly clicked. It was just, she was our age and she's an amazing person. And she's telling us the story of all the renovations that they have done to this building that we stayed in. And she's like, Karla, do you want to come and see? Well, she took my husband first, and my husband came to get me because he was like, Karla needs to see this. So she gives me a one-on-one tour of the monastery that she had renovated. So we are going through this monastery. They beautifully decorated that place. And she shows me each of the rooms that are available for rent. These are all within the same building, okay? So I walk into these rooms and they are like luxurious, elegant, open, airy, beautiful. And then she walks me to the balcony of the rooms. And it is this beautiful, breathtaking view of the Valley of Assisi. I almost cried in that moment because I felt like God had been blessing me and showing me his love through views, which is my love language. Like a window with a view is something that I absolutely take in and appreciate and feel his love with because it is his creation. So I'm standing in this balcony with this lady. Her name is Elisa. And we're sitting there and she's telling me the story of how she renovated the monastery and wanted to keep the history of it, but giving it a modern twist. And she's like, you want to see the other one? So she shows me the next room, and the rooms get prettier as they go. And then she shows me the upstairs, and then there's this beautiful sitting room in the top floor with a balcony outside as well, a terrace with an amazing, amazing view. And in that moment, I thought, my goodness, I would love to come back to this place. And, we finished the tour and we had decided to rent an apartment for us, not in the monastery, through her. And so we're going back in May. The reason why I'm telling you this story is because it was in these moments that I've had so many moments, but in this particular moment, I see God's hand moving the pieces of our life. It's in that moment that I don't have to work so hard in order to co-create with him. I was open to change. My husband and I decided to trust that there was a reason why we were supposed to go to these apartments. And that there was a reason why we were meeting Elisa in that moment. But I didn't know what that reason was, honestly. And a few days later, we are in Florence. And we just had a moment. My husband and I were talking, and all of a sudden the Holy Spirit kicked in again and said, this was meant to be shown to you. You guys, I've had a dream for years. I've had this vision of me hosting a retreat in Assisi. And I have been holding the belief that there was a villa out there close to Assisi where we could drive daily and go into Assisi and do some sort of pilgrimage or retreat. But that was my plan. And God had a much, much better plan. I am so excited to share with all of you that in that moment when I was talking to my husband, what the Holy Spirit communicated with me was that monastery was meant to be the place to host our retreat. So we are officially hosting a retreat in Assisi from November 13th until the 20th for the retreat experience, or you can hop into the VIP experience, which you get 2 extra days, a photo shoot in Assisi, a spa time for yourself. It's going to be amazing. There are only 5 spots because I wanted to create an experience that felt unique. It is a pilgrimage. We are going to be going around Assisi, down to the Valley of Assisi to see the Porciuncula, the church, the little church that St. Francis restored. We are going to get to do lots of visits, visit St. Clair, St. Francis, Blessed Carlo, and almost St. Carlo. Ooh, so looking forward to that. St. Rufino, seeing all the views, eating amazing food. Everything is provided. Breakfast and lunch are provided, and all the transportation within Assisi is included, your room, and you can get to choose from one of those views that I got to see in person. If you guys are interested, applications are open. there's a spot already taken. So there are only 2 spots in the regular experience and then 2 spots in the VIP experience. And I'm here to answer any questions as well. But I wanted to share this because this was a dream in my heart. This past week, I shared with you the importance of not judging your dreams. This week, I'm here to share the importance of letting God lead them. When you have a dream, detach from the outcome, detach from how it's supposed to happen. I had this dream in my heart for the longest time to host this retreat, and I wanted to do it in a way that was an opportunity to mix the beauty of Assisi, the wisdom of the saints, and the power of Catholic life coaching, which is exactly what I'm going to be giving you guys in Assisi if you decide to come. Again, only 4 spots left. And I just want to extend the invitation to each one of you. If you want to come with me and 4 other women to Assisi, to get restored, to reset, not to run away from your life, but to step into the person that God is calling you to and to go back to your life with so much more intentionality, refreshed, renewed, and reconnect with God and the person that He's calling you to. This is an opportunity to visit an amazing place, to be together with an amazing group of Catholic women who are on fire for their faith, and to restore that trust in yourself, but most importantly, in Him. I cannot tell you how beautiful it has been to watch Him move with only my yes. I feel like the whole definition of like the fishes and loaves that we offer to God has become very evident to me lately, where all I did was say, God, I am letting myself dream and I'm giving you this dream. You do with it what you would like to create, where you want to create it. And I could not have asked for a better situation because my dream was a villa in Assisi, outside of Assisi, where we were close to Assisi in order to drive there. But God's vision went beyond that. He gave us amazing views, amazing rooms, an amazing host there. And it is in the middle of Assisi, borderline the same distance to Santa Chiara, St. Clair of Assisi, to St. Francis. Exactly in the middle of Assisi. We are in this city where the saints walked, which I think is an amazing opportunity. And if you guys are interested, please reach out, ask any questions. I am here to support you. And I want to give you an experience that you feel welcome, supported, loved, and cared for. This is a beautifully crafted retreat / pilgrimage / life coaching experience. And it's all very focused in our Catholic faith. I want to invite you this week, well, if you're interested, to apply, because there is not very many spots open. And I am praying for the single most amazing 5 women. And I cannot wait to meet the rest of you, the 5 women that are meant to go on this life-changing experience in Assisi. This is a dream come true for me. Cannot tell you how amazing it is to watch Him move when you give Him your yes. You're bold, scary, full of courage. Yes, He moves and you don't have to work so hard, because when you are in alignment with the person He's calling you to be, things flow with so much more ease. All right, my loves, I hope you find this story, this episode encouraging. And I pray for the ones that have been feeling called to take a pilgrimage in the Jubilee year, but do it in a way that is more spacious, where you have your own suite, where you have your own space to have silence and still be in community, go for trips and walk around a lot and walk where the saints walked, but still have mass time and holy hours and teachings related to our faith, and still mixed with life coaching. Then this is the pilgrimage for you, and I cannot wait to see you there. Link is in the description for checking out all the details, and in that same website you can go ahead and apply. It's going to be amazing, and I cannot wait to see you all there. All right, my loves, till next time, God bless. Thank you so much for listening. If you are ready to dive deeper into creating an aligned life with God at the center of it all, I want to invite you to a one-on-one consultation call with me. This is your chance to explore what is possible for you and to take the next step towards living with more clarity, peace, and joy. Sign up today. The link is in the description. I also want to invite you to leave a review if you have been enjoying these episodes, and make sure to share it with a friend. That way God can reach more and more amazing Catholic women. All right, until next time, God bless.